Good evening. My name is Eddie Hazard, and welcome to the Santa Clara Convention Center for Bay Area events. Today, we're going to interview many people here at the Travel Convention Center, and you're going to see a lot of interesting places to go. First of all, we're going to start in Hawaii. Hello, this is Eddie Hazard again. If you want to go to Hawaii, we're here at the Maui booth with Shirley.
My name is Shirley Kawashima, and I'm with Aston Hotels and Resorts, where we have over 27 properties on the islands, on the major islands, which is the Big Island of Hawaii, Oahu, where Waikiki is located, Maui, and Kauai. On the island of Maui, I have 9 properties.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Oahu, I have another 9.
How long have you been in business?
We have been in business for over 60 years.
Oh my goodness. So if I'm going to Hawaii, the first person I would look up would be you.
Yes, me, of course, and Aston Hotels and Resorts.
This is Eddie Hazard again. I'm here with George.
Sure, we're here with houseboat rentals and small boat rentals. You can see you can even take your dogs out on the lake. We're up at Lake Berryessa, Lake Don Pedro, Lake Oroville, Whiskey Town Lake up in Shasta, and also Trinity Lake up in the Shasta Trinity National Park. And this is not timeshare. These are all direct rentals, by the day, by the hour on some cases.
By the hour?
Yeah, you can rent a speedboat or a PWC, like one of these. You can rent just for an hour or a couple hours. Rent a kayak for a couple hours or a whole day.
So if I want to go fishing or just take the kids out on a houseboat, I can do that?
Absolutely. And while the water levels may be down for water storage purposes, for water recreation purposes, there's still a heck of a lot of water out on those lakes. Tons of water to jet ski, to water ski, to houseboat. And you take a look, we've got some really beautiful interiors on some of our houseboat models. We've got them 50 feet long up to 75 feet long.
Holy moly.
Some of them have 2 bedrooms, some of them have 6 bedrooms. That model's our 75. It even has 2 side-by-side refrigerators, 6 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a hot tub on the roof, and a full wet bar on top, including an extra ice maker, just in case you need it for those fabulous summer smoothies.
My last question is, now who's going to be driving this boat up here?
Well, you do or we do. We have pilots that'll take you out, or most people like to take it out themselves. Once you get it out in the water, it's just open sailing.
Sounds good to me. We've been here with George here at Forever Resorts, and we're going to go on and find out some more of the people here at the Recreation Show. Thank you, George.
All right.
I woke up this morning with my mind, yes I did, stay on freedom. I'm walking and talking with my mind, yes I am, stay on freedom. Walking and talking with my mind every day, stay on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Jingle, 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 trouble. The water. Everybody's away. In the water. The morning way. In the water. God's gonna trouble the water. It chilled my body, but not my soul. God's gonna trouble the water. Everybody's away. In the water. The morning way. In the water. In the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
This is Eddie Hazard here with the Travel Convention Show in Santa Clara, California. And we're here with Leanne, correctly?
Leanna.
Leanna. I'm going to be beaten up here in Santa Clara. And she's here to, representing the Florida Keys and Key West area. And tell me a little bit about this, what you guys do down here in Florida.
Well, we represent the tourism board for the Florida Keys. It's if you're not familiar with it, it's about 110-mile stretch of land that is, at the very tip of the state of Florida. It's very unique from the rest of the state of Florida, so it's a wonderful experience. We call it the Caribbean of the United States. Great place to travel to get that Caribbean island feel without having to leave the United States.
What are some of the adventures I can look forward to? I am a fisherman.
Well, the fishing in the Keys is one of the most popular activities to do because of the warm water that we get all sorts of different species of fish. You can get anything from the sport fish offshore, where like sailfish and marlin. You can go to the backcountry and catch tarpon and bonefish and snook.
Now, what if I just want to walk around down in the Florida Keys?
It's a beautiful place. We've got lots of culture to do as well. Down in Key West, we have things like Ernest Hemingway's house. We have Harry Truman Little White House. Mel Fisher Museum, where you can see the treasures that he found from the sunken, Spanish galleon, the Etosha. It's a really, really fabulous place. Very eclectic, and go have a margarita at Sloppy Joe's Bar and sit on the stool that Hemingway used to sit on.
Leanna, if you're not the mayor of the town, I don't know why. This has been Eddie Hazard with Leanna for Florida Keys West.
Thank you.
What should I look for when I go down to travel down in Central California?
When you're going to Central California, obviously there's so much to see, the ocean, our open spaces and all that. But Hearst Castle is one of our main landmarks. So, being just a national landmark for the nation and having it on the Central Coast, I think it's just exciting reason to come visit.
And when I go to the castle, what's the first place I should look for when I go in there?
Ooh, I would say the Neptune pool in this picture right here. It's gorgeous. Sometimes they let people swim in it if you're lucky. But I think that's one of the highlights of the castle. Obviously the rooms, and there's the indoor pool with the gold in the inside of the pool and all the magic that's inside. But for me, the Neptune pool just really captures, the outside beauty, and it allows you to kind of look outside and see how great the Central Coast is.
What is one of the stories that sticks in your mind about the Hearst Castle? There's a million of them, and I know a few of them, but what is the one that stays in your mind that really surprised you when you got involved in Hearst Castle?
Well, I don't know if anything really surprised me so much of it, but wanting to be back in time with J. Randolph Hearst and be at his parties and with all the celebrities that would come visit with him, and what a magical time that must have been back then. So glamorous.
I wish I could get there, but I don't think I had enough money to get into the castle. My friend goes there once a year, actually.
Does he?
Yes, he does. He's gone to the wine cellar down underneath. I think there's a wine cellar, and tried to get into the pool. He's a comedian, but almost got run out.
No, I don't even know how sometimes people get into that pool, but we have an event called Savor that we have on the Central Coast, and one of the parties that they have is at the Hearst Castle, and it's just beautiful. If it gives you just a little bit of a taste of what it might have been like to party there.
Hi, I'm here with Courtney Winters, who's with the Pismo Beach Convention Center. Conference and Visitor Bureau. And what would I look for if I were to come to Pismo Beach?
We really have something for everybody. If you're looking for a really relaxing vacation, we've got something to offer you. We have 30 hotels, we have vacation rentals, RV parks, campgrounds, all of that you can really just kind of soak in the scenery and everything that Pismo Beach has to offer. We've got some of the most amazing sunsets, and you can walk along our new promenade that's just built recently, and our 1,200-foot long pier.
Well, how many feet?
1,200 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
Yes. quite a bit of walking.
I think so.
And you can go fishing out from there. We've also got a lot of activities if you're interested in doing something a little bit more active. We have kayaking, and stand-up paddleboarding has gotten very popular recently.
Yes, it's like mini Hawaii.
It is. It is. The water's not quite as warm, but it's just as beautiful.
And you were telling me about a winery that's close by.
We actually have several wineries. There's probably about 30 that are within 10 minutes from the beach. So we have a great wine and waves concept that you can literally be at the beach and enjoying everything that Pismo Beach has to offer. Go out, do a little bit of wine tasting either in Pismo Beach. We've got 5 wine tasting rooms and wine bars in our area. And then about 27 wineries that are within 10 miles of the beach.
Wow. And you give me a little history about Pismo Beach that people would be really surprised to hear. Run it down to me.
So we have the only drive-on beach in California, and one of the things that's so great about that is that the 10 Commandments was actually filmed out there. Part of the set is actually buried in those dunes. So recently they uncovered a few more things from the set, so there's always something down there and always something new to see. And you can rent ATVs and dune buggies and all the different vehicles. You can drive your own vehicle out there if you'd like, so we've got a lot to offer in Pismo.
Now, tell me about what was their the big business for Pismo Beach. You were saying about clamming.
We are known as the clam capital of the world. So even Bugs Bunny had referenced it in wanting to come and get all the clams that you can eat.
Well, here we are, Pismo Beach, and all the clams we can eat. What a way for a duck to travel. Underground. Hey, wait a minute. Since when is Pismo Beach inside a cave? I wonder, I just bet we should have turned left at Albuquerque, and then maybe a right turn at La Jolla.
So although we don't necessarily have as many clams that can be found on the beach anymore, we still have some of the most amazing clam chowder. We've got a clam festival every October, and all of our restaurants kind of battle it out for bragging rights for the year of the best clam chowder.
Well, I know where I'm going on my next vacation. Courtney, I'd like to thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Eddie Hazard here, and if you like turkey, I've met the man of Turkey, the man I call the mayor of Turkey, a one-name man, Bora. Bora, tell me a little bit about Turkey.
Well, Turkey is the most historic country on this planet, with a lot of friendly people, wonderful history, geography gorgeous, people friendly, and the food, one of the three major cuisines. And if you're a photographer, yes, you're in seventh heaven in Turkey. People love to have their pictures taken, and they don't want money. They may want to give you their address and say, please send me a copy.
Now, I understand that you have a hotel there in Turkey?
Cappadocia Cave Suites. I don't know how to spell. Cappadocia Cave Suites. If you look it up, it's 1,200 years ago carved rooms, but ultra luxurious. I have a degree in architecture from Berkeley. I made it into a very luxurious hotel with 30 out of 36 suites with jacuzzi, carved 1,200 years ago. It was a church, crosses all over the place. A hotel that you will never forget if you stay there. All of our tours spend 3 nights there.
And what is one of the beautiful places that you have also a travel service?
Yeah, Cappadocia is the highlight of any place in Turkey. Also, Eastern Turkey is glorious, not too many tourists. Southwest Turkey, National Geographic said one of 40 places you must see before you die. Ephesus, Troy, Aphrodisias, where the word Aphrodite, all kinds of stuff happened in Turkey.
And before we go, how do you say goodbye in Turkey?
Alas marladık. Alas marladık. I leave you to the care of Allah.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Boris, so much. And I know where I'm coming.
Spirited dude, Ed.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning.
This is Eddie Hazard, the Travel Adventure Show, and I ran into Liam Meeklin here, a Bay Area favorite who has a cooking demonstration here. And tell me, what are you doing here, actually?
Well, you know, I'm kind of the glue, if you will, between all the chefs who are here today.
Oh, nice.
A lot of them are my friends, chefs I've worked with over 15 years doing food and radio, TV. So people at the travel show, they're discovering, you know, where they want to go on the next trip. But one thing people love to do more than anything else when they travel is they love to eat.
Oh, definitely.
And of course, clearly, I love to eat. I always follow my nose to where the good food is. And this is the tastiest section of the travel show, right, ladies? Yeah, see these ladies? Oh, yeah. So here's the deal. Here at the travel stage, we're really celebrating chefs, we're celebrating cuisine, and we're inviting people here to come with us on a journey around the world. We just had a little taste of Italy with Chef Miriam. Next up, a little taste of Latin America with a Latin-inspired stew.
Muy bien.
Who knows where we'll go later this afternoon, but it's a culinary voyage we're taking people on here at the stage. Lots of great chefs, great cuisine. You know, a lot of talk everywhere else, but here we're cooking, we're doing stuff, and we're eating. Chef Miriam, her restaurant is Piacere in San Carlos, a great restaurant. It's been around for 22 years. And as far as I'm concerned, one of the great Italian restaurants in the Bay Area. Chef Miriam is an amazing chef, and she just cooks with a lot of love and a lot of heart. And you just know, no matter what she serves up on the plate, you know it's going to be good.
And what did we just have?
Gnocchi, great little fluffy pillows of naughty goodness. I got to go because there's some food right over there.
All right, come back, Lamb. If you like to eat, I'm here at the Travel Show with the lovely Cherie Williams. And Cherie, what is this booth here? I see you have a Taste of Travel. Could you give me a little rundown on what's going down?
Sure. So the Taste of Travel is a way of bringing together culinary plus travel. So, you know, when you travel, one of the things that you think about is what am I going to eat? And so what we do is we feature local chefs from different restaurants that feature an Italian or Moroccan and different things like that. We also have show destinations that are here. So we've worked with Florida Keys. We've worked with Indonesia, the Philippines, Japan. So it's a really a great way for them to showcase their cuisine and get a little taste of that country before you even step foot.
Beautiful. How did you get involved in traveling and eating and all that?
Well, I have my magazine, Cuisine Noir. And we do
No, is that yours?
That is mine. I'm the publisher. And so we do food, wine, and travel from a culinary standpoint, where we're the first magazine to showcase blacks in food, wine, and travel around the world.
Well, let me get my microphone out the way.
So basically, it was just a great partnership that we teamed up here with the show. They were looking to add a different component, and so we stepped in to just really bring our expertise and our resources to really make this stage happen. And as a result, we've worked with some wonderful people over the years.
Yes, I had some of that beautiful cuisine yesterday, as a matter of fact. Where are you based out of?
We're based out of Oakland, California.
Local. So are you a good writer?
I would like to say I am.
Hey, tell me about this lovely person on the cover here. And I've met her many times.
Ms. Layla Ali. Well, one of the things that we like to do with the magazine is showcase celebrity foodies. So you may know them from their songs, or you may know them from their acting career, but do you know them in the kitchen?
If you're not here, you're missing out. Who's our featured cook for today? Chef.
We're going to feature, so we're going into wine country now today. So we're featuring Jill Nettles Johnson from Petroni Vineyards. They have a beautiful venue up in Napa. It sits really way up high, and so they're going to talk about some of their Italian wines today. Then we have Chef Austin from Nick's Cove, which is around by Petaluma, and then we have Chef Eddie Blyden, who used to be at Mrs. Pearl's Jam House in Oakland. He also is at the 25th Amendment in San Francisco, and then he's opening his own new spot in Oakland in a couple of weeks. So he's actually from Nigeria, lived in Sierra Leone, so he's going to do a classic Sierra Leone dish.
All I can say, anybody named Eddie is doggone good, let me tell you. And I'm going to have to meet up with Eddie there. Well, Sharia, I have to say thank you so very much. Got it together here. And if you're not here at the travel show in Santa Clara, you're definitely missing out. Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, definitely. Just check us out online at cuisinenoirmag.com. You can get recipes and stories monthly, and we are in print quarterly. So just keep up with us. And also, I'm going to put out a plug for September 20th of this year. We're hosting our 5-year celebration at the MOAB, Museum of African Diaspora. So it's going to be wonderful. So make sure you tune into the website for that info, too.
I'm going to bring an empty glass.
Please do. You're going to need an empty glass and an empty plate, because you're going home it's going to be wonderful.
This has been Eddie Hazard with Cherie Williams at the Travel Lodge here in Santa Clara, California. We're at the travel show with Jill and Will here from Petroni Vineyards. And tell me about the vineyard. How long has it been in business here?
We've been started in the mid-90s doing making wine, and we started doing a lot of varietals. I think about 1995 is when we started actually bottling wine.
What got you involved in winemaking? I mean, that's not a quick business. You have to wait for the grapes to mature and all that crazy stuff.
I don't actually own the winery. It's owned by a man named Lorenzo Petroni. He's Italian, came over in 1958. Wow. Started a restaurant that's called the North Beach in San Francisco, and it's been there for 40 years. That's his. And he decided he wanted to do buy wine. He got this one for a really good price, as you can. And like I said, after about a few years, after the vines were old enough, we started producing wine. So we do about 8 varietals, and we also do grappa, and we have olive trees as well. Do grappa. The property is really pretty. It sits on 37 acres on terraced hillsides. You can't terrace anymore because of erosion, but make a lot of great wines. Our winemaker is named Martin McKenzie. He's from New Zealand, so he got a lot of accolades. Yeah, perfect. He's from the North Island. But he'll be proud of me for finally pronouncing the place. It's called Wahiki Island. So
say that again.
Wahiki Island. It took me forever to say that, but yeah. So he was doing Cabernets for a winery called Stony Ridge. So he came, worked with us, and he's just a really cool guy that makes great wine. I do know that New Zealand has a lot of wineries that are rated second in the world. They've come up really nice. Australia too, and of course California is number 1. Of course in winery and stuff like that. And Jill, I understand that you're involved in the winery here.
Yes, I'm responsible for East Bay sales. I actually just came on with the family about a couple of months ago, and it's a great wine. I mean, what really drew me to the wine is that it's made from organic grapes, and I'm big on organic foods, and it's great. It's top of the line wine, and everywhere I go and taste accounts on it, they're always interested in bringing in one of the marks. So,
how far does your travels take you?
My travels, Louisiana, North Carolina, and Northern California.
Hey, which one of the bottles of wine do you guys favor? How about you, Will?
My favorite's Syrah. That's what I brought, Syrah today. Well,
Yeah.
Jill.
Well,
Jill
yeah.
wanted me to bring Syrah, but she picked out what my favorite one is. Syrah by far.
Yeah, so he likes the Syrah. We also have a brand that's called Brunello, which is my favorite. And then we have a Chardonnay that's won a couple of awards as well.
How long have you been wine tasting, as we say?
Tasting, I've been in the wine business for over like 7 or 8 years, but I've been with the family for a couple of months, a little over 3 months. Yes.
Well, there you have it. And if you like wine or want to eat or just want to have a good time or travel, this is the place to go. This is called Petroni, correct?
Petroni, that is.
And where are they located?
We're in Sonoma, 990 Cavedale Road, about a mile above town.
Thank you very much for both of you. And where's the wine? The heck with that.
You got some tasters.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been Eddie Hazard. It is indeed an honor for me to talk to you. And my first question to you, of all the places that you have traveled in the world, which is the most memorable that you can think of in your mind right off the cuff?
India.
Why India?
India humbles your self-assuredness. It rearranges all your cultural furniture. All of us are ethnocentric to a certain degree, and to travel in a land where people find different truths to be self-evident and God-given, I think is very stimulating and healthy, especially for Americans, because I think Americans are as ethnocentric as any country. You know, a lot of people are concerned about this ugly American problem. It's not ugly, it's just that we are naive about the other 96% of humanity.
100% true. I cannot disagree with you more. Do you like the South Pacific at all when you travel down here?
You know, Europe is my beat, so I've spent 4 months a year in Europe. I've traveled 4 months a year in Europe every year for the last 30 years. If I could go anywhere and be on vacation, I think it would be the South Pacific, but I'm saving it. I'm having too much fun with my work right now, so if you gave me an all-expenses 10-day trip to Tahiti in the most beautiful place, I would say those 10 days I better go back to Portugal or Spain or Italy and work on my guidebooks.
My next question, where's your place of residence right now?
I live north of Seattle in a little town called Edmonds.
My brother lives in Snohomish, and my other nephew lives in I can't even think, it's Eastern Washington. Can't even think of the name of the place, which doesn't really matter.
30 years, 1980.
Kennewick,
yeah. In 1980, I took my first little hand-typed, self-published pile of pages up to Snohomish, where you just mentioned, and had the first edition of Europe Through the Back Door printed up. That was 1980. Now 34 years later, we've got 35 different books, and we take 16,000 people on 600 different bus tours around Europe every year. And we've got our radio show, our TV show. I work with 100 beautiful travelers up in Seattle, and it's just really fun to be able to help Americans who have the shortest vacations in the rich world enjoy maximum travel thrills for every mile, minute, and dollar on their upcoming vacation to Europe.
Amazing. And what is next in store for you right now?
Every 2 years we make a new TV series. So I was just in Israel and Palestine. We've got a 1-hour special in the Holy Land coming up. We've got, I'm heading off to Europe for 4 months a year. So I spend April and May in the Mediterranean, July and August north of the Alps. So I need to organize get my ducks in a row so I know where to produce the TV shows, where to scout new scripts, where to update the guidebooks, where to jump on board my tours and make sure the tours are going well. So Europe's a big beat, and we're having a lot of fun doing that.
Well, it looks to me you don't have to worry about sponsors like I am right at the moment. It's a sponsor.
I'm lucky. I work in public television and public radio, and we're supported by a lot of individuals just through the membership in public broadcasting, and that helps us to be able to just find our little niche and share our love of Europe with Americans. And my hope is that I can be the lead person making all the mistakes, taking careful notes, so people can learn from my mistakes rather than their own and travel smoother. When I get ripped off, I celebrate because they don't know who they just ripped off. I'm going to learn that scam, come home and tell everybody about it, and that's just a fun little niche for us.
How's everybody doing? I was walking around at the travel show, a little tired, need my muscles worked on, and I come up to this beautiful booth here where they give you a good workout. I'm here to talk to Mr. Kerry Taylor.
How are you?
How you doing, Kerry?
Great, thank you. Glad to be here.
So tell me, what is the business here if I'm all tired, I need my muscles worked on? What do you do first, Kerry?
Well, we work on your back, neck, shoulders, feet, arms, legs. And we provide service from 15 minutes to 20 minutes here at the shows. Privately, we range from 30 minutes to 2 hours worth of body work. And myself, I'm a practicing massage therapist of 20 years.
Oh my goodness.
So most of the therapists that I work with are like 5 years or more of experience.
Beautiful.
And so you're always going to have a quality massage or body work when you work with the team from Massage Works.
Well, I have an injury here. It's from eating too much with my right arm. So could you work on my shoulder here, Kerry?
Yeah, I'll work on your shoulder a little bit and see if we can get a little more range of motion for you.
Well, all right. Well, stand by. Here we go.
Face down.
Ah! Oh, this is great. This is great, people.
So,
just don't hurt me, Kerry.
All right. Do you have any injuries or anything I should know about?
Just my heart, broken heart.
Oh.
That's all the injury I got. Yeah.
All right.
All right, what do I do now?
So you want to place your face right in the face cradle.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Put you in a nice, normal.
Okay, how's that? Okay.
Arm back here.
Sue Joy, keep an eye on my wallet. Oh, that feels great, man. Oh, Kerry, I'm not getting up, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, this man's hands are amazing. Let me tell you, ladies, if you're not doing this, I'm sweating like a pig. Kerry's working good left and right hands, ladies and gentlemen. Kerry, if I stay here any longer, I'm going to go to sleep. Yeah, thank you. Oh,
so welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're here and you don't come by and see Kerry Taylor and the rest of the masseuses here, you're losing out. Kerry, Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right. We're out here at the travel fair and ran into two lovely people here who love traveling, and your name is?
Sue.
And Bill.
And Bill and Sue, and where are you from?
Sunol.
And where's Sunol?
California.
It's hidden in a canyon.
There you go. Not American Canyon, that's an inside joke.
Lauren from Sunnyvale.
From Sunnyvale, and you are?
Hazel from Milpitas.
And I guess you're world travelers?
A little bit.
Well, tell me some of the places you've been in the world.
Alaska.
Alaska and Dubai.
Yeah.
From Barcelona to Dubai.
Yeah, we did for a cruise, yeah. But we were in Guatemala, not too long ago, checking out, that Mayan rumor. Yeah. It turns out it's not the end of the world, it's the end of the calendar.
India, Sri Lanka.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And hopefully you guys went together, right? No? Well, where have you gone before?
Just Mexico.
And what brings you here to the lovely travel show?
More ideas for travel, and we did find those.
Where did you find a place or in the booths that you would like to go?
Oh, the bike and barge in
Holland.
In Holland looked really fun.
Sounds
really
fun and very
different
laid back.
idea.
We've been looking at Canada. It's just a great place to hang out.
Do you do any fishing when you're up in Canada?
I have not yet, but I've been to Vancouver and just wanted to see what else was out here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Two things up there, go fishing and go rafting. Well, thank you for talking to me and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wait till my son sees.
Or which one do you think's better, this one or that one? This line, that one?
Just want to get my phone out of there when I get out.
All right.
Hey, it's kind of tight up there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulls you up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it hoists me a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
About like 8 pounds of pressure.
Really?
Pulling up.
That's not bad.
It adjusts to your weight though, so when you do fall, you come down slowly no matter what.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
Take a photo, huh?
Yeah, when I send it to my son, when my son sees it, he's gonna freak. Just press that right there. All right. How high up do I go?
Ready?
You just go up as high as you want, man, right here.
Oh.
Straight up.
I'm going down already.
We'll make it look like the Las Vegas movie, where he steps out of that windowsill and it looks like it's a mile up.
Like a
There's
mile
only
up.
one story.
Oh, she didn't want me to go any further up. Help!
Welcome.
Hey, welcome. You want to pull up? Can I jump off?
Yeah, so just grab the rope with both hands, man.
All right.
Stand up. Good
Oh,
job.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
No, I didn't. That was great. That's more stuff you'll see at the travel show here at Santa Clara, California. If walking isn't your thing, how about on a nice little cruise boat? I'm here with Brian of Cruise Line Industries. Celebrity Cruises starred me. Brian, what are we doing today?
Great. We've got a lot of great promotions today on all of our cruises. We'd love to have everyone come down. In particular, we have this great 1, 2, 3, go promotion where you pick your cruise and then you get a pick from one of 3 great packages. Wow. You get a beverage package that would include all of your spirits. If you're not much of a drinker, you can get all of your gratuities or tipping paid for on board. Or you could choose from a $300 onboard credit. And then one great thing is if you go to Europe, you get to pick 2 of those options. So we think this is a phenomenal offer for folks to book early and plan their vacation.
And what kind of excitement will we have on the cruise when I'm going on my way to Europe?
Oh, you've got all kinds of great activities on board. If you're the type that likes to, you're like me, I like to lay back and not do anything at all. Yep. Or my wife who likes to run around the ship doing all the activities, whether it's the spa or the yoga. We've got an eye lounge where you can take computer classes. We have glass blowing on board. Wow. There's shows, there's dancing, all different sorts of things on board. So whether you want to do a lot or not much at all, you really can do anything at all on board.
Brian, is there a place where I can just sit down and drink?
Absolutely. We've got anywhere from 15 different bars and lounges. Whether you like, we have an ice top martini bar. We have wine bars. We have all different sorts. We have a craft beer room if you're more of a beer drinker. So nice. So we'll have to go have a beer together.
Hey, this is Eddie Hazard, and I'm at the travel show here in Santa Clara, California. And I'm here with the CEO and host, John Golich. And I would like to ask you how long you guys been hosting these shows here.
Well, Eddie, first of all, thanks for coming.
Anytime.
This has been the largest Bay Area travel show ever, so we're really excited about our record breaker here. But this is actually our 56th show. Wow. So we've been doing it for a little over 10 years now. It's the largest series of travel shows in the United States. And each year we get over 100,000 consumers come to our events, ready to meet people from around the world and find their next vacation.
Where's your next show going to be shown?
Actually, February 8th, we're in Long Beach. We were just in Chicago, had another record breaker. So it's been a really good year so far. And Long Beach is the largest show in the country now. It's the LA marketplace. And it's about 500 exhibitors there, and we expect about 35,000 people. It's going to be an interesting event.
Now, you said Chicago. I know they've been having snowstorms and blizzards and stuff like that. How did it go? People still coming out?
Well, you know what? It snows every time we go to Chicago. This year it was sunny and we had a bigger crowd than ever, so maybe there's something to that. But we're in Connecticut, our base, so we just left the snowstorm to come here, so we might hang out for a while.
Like that. When the people come here, what do you advise them to look at when they come here for this travel show?
Well, you know what? There's great things about this show is it really brings together thousands of people from around the world. So our exhibitors, there's about 200 booths here, and there's probably over 1,000 exhibit staff. They fly in from around the planet just to meet with people here in the Bay Area and help talk to them about how to travel like a local. And that's what's great about this event. You may come in saying you want to surf in Costa Rica and come here just for that, and you turn the aisle and you'll see you talking to a real African Maasai and you're looking at your next dream safari trip. So, you know, I always tell people you got about 7 dream trips in your mind at any one time, and just about for exhibitors, they get on that list, it's a successful show for them.
Do you remember your first trip?
Do I remember my first trip? Yeah, it was probably Europe, as a matter of fact. I remember ages ago, it was a family trip when I was young, and we went to Europe with the whole family for Christmas, and in Normandy, and my uncles had set up a barn. We had so many of us Goliches there, and we had a great time. So I still remember those days.
How did all this originate? How did this start?
Well, you know, about 10 years ago, we had the idea of there were really no travel shows in the United States, and we're in the trade show business for 20-something years now, and we're kind of looking at that adventure travel segment. You know, we quickly learned that adventure travel is a phenomenal thing, but it doesn't always translate with the tourism boards and the tour operators to get those people in. And we found out that it's really all about travel. Mm-hmm. So my idea of adventure and your idea of adventure are probably different. Some people can be bird watchers in South America. Other guys might want to scale ice cliffs. You know, for me, it's about the water. So everyone's got a different idea of adventure. Some people might be a culinary tasting trip into Italy. So it's really about experiential travel, and that's what's so great about these shows. We get travel enthusiasts. We don't get tourists. These are people who are really into cultural exchanges. They're really into getting to know about the nature and the beauty of the environment of where they're going. And interesting enough, we did some research. They like to plan their trip as much as they like to go on it. So, you know, if you're a real travel enthusiast, you just want to learn about those places, and that's what this show lets you do.
I can't disagree with you more. What about like Ocean Voyage? Would you recommend that?
I always recommend Ocean Voyage because I got a big boat and I like to go out in the ocean, so you know, and fish. So that's always a great thing. And what you know, we have these theaters here. There's actually 3 theaters set up right on the show floor. So I know you interviewed Rick Steves. He had over, you know, it's set for 800 people. He had 200 people standing, so 1,000 people stood there for an hour and a half and sat to listen to Rick Steves about Europe. But at the same time, our destination stage, which is a 45-minute workshop on a particular destination, was full of people learning about Northern California and then right after that, Australia. So you can actually sit in these sessions and hear about the world and really get good tips from an expert like Rick. You might want to see Samantha Brown and see how she does it, or really get a destination expert in one of these smaller theaters and figure that out. And if you're in a foodie, we've got the Taste of Travel stage, so we got chefs from around the world doing some really cool stuff in a very intimate setting. So it's a lot of fun.
You also left out rock climbing. I come in here and I saw rock climbing and guys messing with, was it kayaks and stuff like that?
You know what? It's each show we have a little different activities, so it just depends what's available in that market. We got a zip line and a rock wall here. You know, in Chicago, we actually had a dive pool, so people come in and learn how to dive for the first time. In Los Angeles, coming up, we'll be having bubble rollers. So you actually get inside these giant inflatable bubble things, Zorbs, I think they call them. And people go to whipping down hills on tours with these things. But you know, you could do that or get in a Segway and try that out. So that's a little bit what travel's all about, right? You're eating great food, you're meeting interesting people, you're interacting culturally, and you get involved in activities that you probably wouldn't do otherwise.